Hey, it's Mark Linear with your video thought for the day. I'm really enjoying this week because as I prepare for these, what I've done is I took a picture actually of a PowerPoint slide that our preacher, Pastor Jarrett, had where he talked about 6 different ways to read the Bible. And I thought, well, if I can cram 2 of those into one day, that would be a beautiful 5 days process thoughts for the day. And so what I've been doing is reading the Bible with that teaching in mind. And so Monday read with the Monday's teaching in mind. Yesterday with yesterday's. Today's Wednesday, and the third list is read the Bible looking for blessings to enjoy. I thought, what a great way to read the Bible. So for today, for my own quiet time, part of it, read the Bible with an idea of look for blessings to enjoy. Now, I've had the benefit of reading the Bible. I think the first time I read it through all the way, I was 11 or 12, maybe 13 years old. And I did that as a New Year's resolution one year. And I've spent time studying it in Hebrew and in Greek as well as in English, and I've spent a lot of time teaching it. So for me to go back and to read passages and say, I think I'm going to look for a blessing to enjoy, is one that also allows me to go back kind of in my memory and look for something that might be useful for you. But I do this combination of those things. And the one that I happened upon today that I thought this could really be useful came from reading the book of Lamentations. Now, Lamentations is an Old Testament book. We know the idea behind it because of our word lament. It is a book of lamenting and lamentations. It's a book of sadness, sorrow, very difficult times on the writer. And it's poetry, it's poetic, but it's a set of poems that really come out of great agony and great problems. And in the midst of that, reading a book of misery and lamenting comes one of the greatest blessings we can enjoy. It's found in chapter 3, in verses 21, 22, 23, 24, right in that range. And here's what the poet, lamenter, said. He says that he's not going to let all of the difficulties get him down because, quote, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. That steadfast love, that Hebrew word chesed, actually begins the passage. It's the first word in the poem. The steadfast love of the Lord. It speaks of his loyalty, his faithfulness to his commitments he's made, his kindness, his caring, God's devotion in a relationship to us. The steadfast love of the Lord, it never ceases. Doesn't matter what we're going through, that blessing we enjoy. We enjoy the blessing of his steadfast love. His mercies never come to an end. And the next verse says, they are new every morning. You wake up today, you've got the steadfast love of the Lord to be blessed by today. You've got his mercies blessing you today. They are new every morning. And then it continues, great is thy faithfulness. And the word translated faithfulness comes from a Hebrew root of aman. You know that Hebrew root, because that Hebrew root, when it's amen, is put into English as amen. It means truth. Not truth. I mean, truth. It means this idea of God's big amen. His faithfulness never comes to an end. New every morning. His faithfulness, his amen, his period at the end of your day and at the end of your life or at the end of your problem. It's new every morning. And then the little poem finishes, that vignette finishes. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Portion, my share, what he gives me, having a share of God is all I need in the midst of anything. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in him. This is what we have. Reading the Bible, even reading parts of misery with blessings to enjoy, because we are blessed by God, whatever we're going through. His mercies never come to an end. They're new every morning. Let me say that over you one more time. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in him. And that's your video thought for the day.